Hello, Robert here from Skywalker Sound, Movie Productions, my screening room. Just came back from watching an incredible film, Oppenheimer, directed by Christopher Nolan, and the cast. What a fantastic piece of work this movie is. I'd say right now, back up the trucks, get them ready because it's going to win a lot of Academy Awards. Hope and pray that happens because he's well deserving of this. As I was in the theater, I was watching everyone as they gathered in of the full house on the Tuesday, July the 25th, 2023. Everybody was having a great time enjoying the film. Everybody was quiet. I saw people looking back when they first got in the theater and looking back to see if they can see the film print. This movie was shot on film, 70 millimeter, which is very rare in today's standard of digital. And each director has their own preference. Mr. Nolan prefers film because that's what he likes, that's what he loves, and I myself love film as well. I've actually gone back and forth from shooting on DV tapes, which is not really film, but this DV tapes to digital. I was all embracing it. But I always grew up watching movies on film. From the time I knew myself as a child to adulthood, I've seen the transition from film to digital. Because the studios were saying, it's cheaper and all kind of thing like that, but the price for movies making is gone up, and on a side note, I support all the writers and actors that are fighting for rights and fighting for more pay, as they well deserve it, because AI, I don't care how you cut it, AI kind of cut into the structure, which is human beings saying words that a writer has written by hand or by typing on a laptop or a desktop computer to write a script to have the actors say the words. And you guys have my full support always, and I thank you for what you do. I thank Mr. Nolan for putting out such a great film again, and it started on time. As it said in the ad that I got when I purchased my ticket, please be on time, and there'll be no ads. It was very good to see when you went to the IMAX theater, which I went to see it in 70 millimeter film, that there was no commercial at all. It was the dark screen, is how I remember it, and everybody sitting there gathering, and not one person had their phones out while the film was playing. They were involved in the storytelling, which is really what this film is about, the storytelling that brings it all together with the sequence of events that happens in Oppenheimer. I won't go too deep in it because everybody needs to see it for themselves. I'm not a person that likes to discuss storyline and what happens here, what's happened there, and this and that. I'm not into that because I believe every individual needs to discover movies for themselves, and they can decide. It is doing well in the box office, which is good because now it increases the chance of having Nolan make more films, and maybe more movies will be shot on film. I'm not saying everyone's going to be shot on, everything's going to be shot on film, but it's going to create the buzz to have movies shot on film again, like they did on 35 millimeter and 70 mil. Hopefully, 70 mil is where you go see the showcase films, and this movie has legs. It's going to stretch right out into the fall, and it's going to be word of mouth, and I put my word of mouth on this film. See Oppenheimer on the big screen, see it on film, see it in 70 millimeter film, because you're going to be totally involved in the story. As he said, it's like watching this big screen with everything wrapped around you, like 3D without the glasses. And I was so involved in the story and loved every second of it. I've actually booked another ticket to go see it next week again to show my support, and I love the film already. So kudos again to everyone involved in putting this film together. Mr. Nolan, you have that Oscar. Jill Murphy, you have that Oscar, and all the supporting cast will get an Oscar nomination. I guarantee that. Thank you, and go see Oppenheimer before it leaves the theater. Hello again, Robert here. As I just discussed in my previous video that I shot, seeing Oppenheimer. Here it is, inspiration again, because black and white sequence is a full black and white. For full film we have not seen in IMAX. It was great to see that. And I'm actually shooting this right now in black and white on my 4K camera. And just to let you guys know, anybody who knows me, who talks with me and this and that, those who are into movies, and it's not many people, but there's a few of my friends that I know who are into film like I do. I could never afford to go to film school. It was always a passion of mine to be an actor and get into film. I did try it, and I did do some extra work. I managed to work with some real name stars, Tom Cruise and all that. It's like it was a fantastic experience working behind the scenes, which was more like we call it background extras, is what I did. But being my first time on a film set, I got to see how a film is put together, how movies are put together. The waiting around for the setup never bothered me. I was just involved in watching what everybody was doing, from the assistant director to the ADs. Everybody else is doing their thing, makeup here and makeup, doing all that stuff to bring a film together. And scenes only last maybe 2 to 3 minutes, depending on the film. And it takes a lot of work, so we must all support filmmakers and what they do. And that means everyone, from the cast, the crew, the catering, all that stuff. We must support film. I'm shooting this on black and white, like I said, the first time I'm trying this on my 4K camera. Hopefully you guys can understand what I'm saying, because I had suffered with stuttering as a child. I was teased, and I sing, so my stuttering has gotten a little better. But when I'm tired, the stuttering comes out again. It does affect me when I get, again, that's me. Geniuses always have these little things, which is what I know, that I am a genius. I don't stomp my chest out, I'm a genius. It's just like, I know this, I know that I can do this. So, and now with the advent of YouTube and video cameras that you can buy, people can make their own film. And as a man of color, black man, I'm telling any child out there, any boy or girl who's of color, black, African, Canadian, you can do this. Let no one tell you you can't do this. If you want to do film, study from the greats. Watch movies. If you can't afford to go to film school, which I did not know, I did not do. I watch movies. It's how I learn. I watch behind the scenes. I watch how things are put together. I do editing as well. And right now, I don't have a partner or someone who's with me working when I do my small things, my small shots, my small little clips. It's all me, one man band, I just calling it, right? So it's all about having fun and enjoying what you do. It is a competitive business. You must have a real job, and let no one deter you from that. Have a real job so you can get some money, but never lose sight of the goal that you have. The dream never dies. You will not go further if you don't pursue and practice your craft. You will not prosper if you don't pursue. If you sit there and procrastinate and don't do things, it will not happen. You have a gift. Each one has a gift. It's to pursue it and let no one tell you that you can't do it. Those who say you can't do it, don't bother with them. Use that as fuel to push yourself forward, because I know in my life I had a lot of naysayers. Oh, you can't do this. Oh, you'll never own that. Da 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 da. I just say, you know what? No one give me the thing to say I can do it. I just had it in my body, in my brain, in my heart to say, you know what? I'm gonna do it regardless of regardless of what the others naysayers say about me, what I can and cannot do, and I can do anything as long as I put my mind to it and practice. I'll be successful, just like you. You'll be successful too. Blessings to everyone. Thank you very much for watching. Again, thank you.